With every new release of PHP, you probably ask yourself, is there an automatic gain in performance just by upgrading? This is what I asked myself when PHP 8.4 came out and put my team at Tideways to work on a benchmark to answer once and for all. The results are now published on our blog and I want to discuss them in this video. The main result: upgrading to PHP 8.4 will not magically increase the performance of your PHP application to noticeably better levels. In fact, our benchmarks show that during the PHP 8 series, not a single release improved the performance noticeably. That means PHP 8.4, 8.3, 8.2 are almost virtually the same performance. This was quite a surprise to me. The reason is that previous benchmarks by others showed that there was a noticeable small improvement across the different versions. Specifically, this PHP Benchmarks blog post that was widely cited across the community showed increases of a few percent between the different PHP 8.1, 8.2 and 8.3 versions. In our benchmark, we were not able to replicate these improvements. For our benchmark, we set up two test scenarios that each ran for 60 seconds, including warm-up periods. First, we measured the response times by sending a fixed number of requests. Second, we measured the requests per second by sending as many requests as possible during the time period. We did this against three widely spread frameworks: a Symfony demo application, a Laravel demo application, and a Wordpress demo application. You can find more details on our methodology on the blog post, including the code to set up the benchmarks, the specifications of the machine we used, and the versions of all the different software that we benchmarked against. Let's look at the results, starting with Symfony. As you can see, for the tests sending 100 requests per second, the response times across the versions PHP 8.2, 8.3 and 8.4 did not noticeably change. The average, median, 95 and 99 percentile are virtually the same. Looking at the test with 15 concurrent users attempting to send as many requests as possible, we also see that for PHP 8.2, 8.3 and 8.4, the number of requests is almost the same at 538. We see the similar results for the Laravel demo application across PHP 8.2 to 8.4. For all the metrics, average, median, 95 and 99 percentile, the response times are almost the same, signaling that the performance did not really change. For the test sending as many requests as possible for 60 seconds, the Laravel demo application achieved around 1020 requests per second, regardless of the PHP version 8.2, 8.3 or 8.4. So the performance here again, almost the same. We also picked WordPress because it's possible to install it on such a wide range of PHP versions that we are able to test it from PHP 7.4 to 8.4. Again, throughout the PHP 8 series, there's not really a visible change in performance. However, from PHP 7.4, it seems the performance increased slightly to PHP 8. We can see this here that the response times for 100 requests per second slightly decreased by a few milliseconds from PHP 7.4 to 8.2 and following versions. This change is much more visible for the scenario where we send 15 concurrent users to perform as many requests as possible for 60 seconds. For PHP 7.4, the WordPress installation achieved 206 requests per second and a 5%, roughly 5% higher number for all the PHP 8.2, 8.3 and 8.4 versions with around 220 requests. This at least shows that there is some improvement from PHP 7 to PHP 8, but it also cements that the performance in the PHP 8 series really didn't change a lot just by upgrading the version. With these results, I ask myself what the future for PHP performance holds. First, the Xen virtual machine seems to be at the end of the potential improvements that we see. The next versions will not radically increase the performance anymore. Second, we can see improvements in specific PHP APIs across the latest versions. So, for example, the new DOM document HTML5 support has a lot of performance improvements. We have the sprintf improvements and also improvements to various APIs and functions. So if you want to invest some time in your application, you can improve the performance by using more modern and faster APIs. Third, we haven't really seen much performance improvements by the just-in-time compiler that PHP now has. For web applications, the performance difference is really not measurable, and we will see if there's maybe an improvement to the JIT in the future that will level up the performance of PHP to a new level. In conclusion, your application architecture, code and algorithms are probably the most important puzzle piece in improving the performance of your application going forward. You can find a few ideas on how to improve PHP performance on this YouTube channel, and we'll add a new video every week. Don't miss out by subscribing to this channel. See you around. Bye!